So for you to trade this strategy, welcome back to this channel. This is Aqua FX. If you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for watching. So for you to implement this strategy step by step is 3-minute strategy. So you have to go to your 3 minutes. Once you go to your 3 minutes, you have to mark the highs and the lows before the London session open. As well, you have to use your session breaks and Lux Algo indicator for this. So first of all, I would like to enable my session breaks, and secondly, the candlestick I'm using happens to be high Kanachi candle. The reason why I'm using high Kanachi candle, this is going to be my small time frame, and I'm going to use only one time frame to trade this setup. So I don't want too much noise. I want it to be clear to me that this is what I'm looking at, and immediately I see it, I will not have to gaze twice. It should be what I'm looking for before I take that trade. If not, I have to move on to something else. So therefore, once London open, for those of you guys who don't know how I'm using my London session, you have to go to your chart, you type in sessions. When you type sessions, Lux Algo will pop up. Type sessions. Once you type sessions, Lux Algo will pop up. This very one, sessions in bracket Lux Algo. You click on it. I've already made a video on how you can use your Lux Algo indicator, so you should go and check that and you can know how to implement it. So therefore, I have to enable my session breaks. So I will tap on my chart twice. Once this interface open, I will click on event. Once I click on event, this interface will open as well. Then I'm going to session breaks. I'm going to enable the session breaks, then click OK. So once I click OK, there is something you are going to see on my chart, which is those lines here. This line represents a day. This will help me to know the phase that I'm in this market. So this day, this line right here represent a day for me, this very line. So this is a day, and here was another day. So this will really help me to know the day I'm in this market. So once I know the day that I'm in this market, I have to go to my 3 minutes. So I have to go to my 3 minutes. Right here is my 3 minutes, and this right day is that day that I'm looking at. So therefore, another thing I would like to do is for me to mark the high and the low of my 3 minutes chart once it is 8 a.m. in the morning. Let me say between 7:30 a.m. or 7:50 a.m. I have to make sure I mark the highs and the lows. Therefore, I have to wait. Once I mark the highs and the lows, this very day here, so I have to mark the high. This was the high, and here was the low of my 3 minutes. Here was the low of my 3 minutes. Then I would like to enable my indicator, which is Lux Algo. The Lux Algo, I'm going to be making use of only London sessions. So if you do not know how to set it up, there are multiple videos on this channel talking about that on this very my channel, because I make use of it all the time, and I trade around these sessions, because market itself is based on time and price. So I don't make use of the sessions, the time, so that I will know what I'm doing in the market. So therefore, once I enable my sessions indicator, once I enable it, I've already set it up. I've already set the indicator. You see, here is my London. Then 7 a.m. in the morning and 11 a.m. in the morning is what I set right here. Then I click OK. That is Nigerian time. So if you are using this indicator, you don't know how to set it up, you should look for when the bank 7 a.m. in the morning at your time and then 11 a.m. in the morning at your time. Let me say 7 a.m. at your time zone and 11 a.m. at your time zone. So therefore, after that, I have to wait. Check. Here is the high that I marked before the London session opened, and here was my low. So something happened during this London session. This very box here represents my London. This very box here represents my London. And here was my 3 minutes. So something happened, after which I marked the high and I also marked the low. I have to go and wait on my 1 minute. Note, on your 3 minutes, you have to mark the high and the low before your London session open. Then after which you mark the high and the low, I'm using high Kanachi candle as my candle, not the normal candle. So I have to go to my 1 minute chart. Follow me closely. There's something I will need to show you. If you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for watching and stay tuned. So therefore, if you want to trade the way we trade at Aqua FX, do well to use the link which I'll drop on the description of this video for you to follow me up. If you want to join my VIP, which is my signal group, you can as well use the link and follow me up, because on this channel I've dropped multiple trading strategy that can make you money in this market. And as well, as a trader, you don't want to use too many things to go to the market, because market itself has its own cycle. You may be using this strategy this time, before you know, tomorrow the market it really adapt to that strategy. Maybe it become its cycle where the strategy will no longer work in the market. Then when you start losing 1 2 3 4 trades, you switch your strategy to another thing. And note, for you to be successful, stick to one thing. That is all I can say. So we have our own proven strategy which we use in this market to enter this market. So if you want to join mentorship, you can use the link and you chat me up. So let's go straight to our 1 minute chat so that we know what we are doing, because I don't want this video to be too long. So right here, I'm on my 1 minute chart. Here is my 1 minute chart. Right, here is my 1 minute chart. And as you can see, here was the high that we marked, and here is the low that we marked. Even looking at the 1 minute, you can see that this very leg here was responsible to this very one, very sweet one. Therefore, upon this market breaking up from this high, of 3 minutes, there is something you need to consider right now. The market has just broken up of this 3 minutes high, and it closed above it. So therefore, as this market closed above this, as the market closed above the high, take note, this was the candle that closed above that high. Here was the candle that closed above the high. So what you should do is for you to place your trade around the second candle. This second candle is where you have to place your trade. I'll show you, I will tell you why. Place your trade at the second candle. We have to go to 3 minutes for me to show you what I want to show you. You place your trade at the close of this candle, and your stop loss has to come below the third candle, which happens to be this very one here. So your stop loss has to come a bit below it. So you go for your 1:10 or depends on you, 1:15 or 1:10, depends on you. So your 1:10 was right here. It was right here. That was your 1:10. Your 1:10 was around this level here. But if you want to hold this straight till London close, then your TP will be around this level here, because here is where the London session closes, which is your 1:12. But as the London push higher, if you close around that point, that will give you 1:19. Secondly, if you are placing this trade, at times, if you place this trade around this level that you've seen, if you place this trade around the level that you've seen, this very level here, if you place your trade and your stop loss come below this candle, this point, you will get taken out. Then let us move to 3 minutes. If your stop loss come below that level, you will get taken out. So your entry will be at that point. Let's go to where our 3 minutes stop loss has to be. Let's go. So you can see that here was a candle that closed above that zone. On your 3 minutes, you've already seen a candle that closes above. So now, here is your 3 minutes. You've seen that this very candle was the one that closes above that zone. This is to show you where our stop loss or whatever comes in. Here was the candle that closes above this candle. So you just go to your 1 minute and pick a candle around that zone and you place your trade and place your stop loss. Or you try your best to make sure that you place your trade at the 50% of this very candle here. 50% of this candle will be around this point. 50% of this candle will be around this point, and you will still get your entry around this candle. And you TP a higher, your TP will be higher at this point if you are using the 3 minutes candle, which is the 50% of the 3 minutes candle for you to place this trade. You've been able to have 1:24 RR instead of 1:19 RR. So this is how you can take your small account and pick a strategy and make it your own. So I've come to conclusion on this. Take this trading strategy, go to the chart, backtest it and make it your own. But if you want to join Aqua FX and see how we trade, you can do well to contact me on the link which I'll drop on the description of this video. My advice to you is you stick to your strategy, stick to one pair, stick to your risk management. The day you don't see a trade, you back off. If you see a trade, you take your trade. If you have a loss that day, you raise, you come back another day. So if you want to join Aqua FX Signal Group, do well to contact me through the link which I'll drop on the description of this video. So this is what I said. Let me show it to you guys that it's possible for you to trade even with a smaller time frame and still make it.